No, I'm not watching the clock really. The main thing I'm listening for is just, is your presentation organized, general fluency. I'll listen for little grammar things here and there, more or less. It's more or less the same as what we do in the quiz, but you're doing like a presentation instead. Okay, so, who'd like to go first? Oh, look at that, she raised her hand. Oh, no, you're just scratching her head, I think. Would you like to just get it out of the way, rip the Band-Aid off? Let's get a brave person up here. There's no problem. Fabio, you want to do it? Yep. Easy peasy. Look at that. Give him a hand, everybody. I think initiative to be the one. Look at that. Fabio. All right. Let me get over here.
So, for me, the speaking is most important skills. You can relationship better. You can do your work better, I think. And I have an anecdote with this. When you, Mr. Jeremy, give us a video about the guy need understand why, because they want help the other people.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know, but I think it's and but they don't listen. And oh my goodness, we can plant tomatoes here, and it's like laughing about this. They can laughing about this, and oh my goodness, this is what do you want to do this, and this doesn't work for us. And I can have a parallel with my job, for example. When I talk with my partners about my work, and if I can't listen better, if I can't, for example, if I don't have active listener, if I don't have a active listening, and I can't understand the problems or the errors or mistakes they already did, and I like, for example, I like to do brainstorms. If you don't listen good in brainstorms, it's like some people try talk something, and oh no, this is not good, and this is not good, because they try put creativity, and oh, I would like to do something different. No, we don't need this, and in this way, it's not good in business. If you listen better, I think you can go forward with your partner, and I think you can create a company or create a products or create anything better if you listen better. That's my presentation.
Cool. Hey, thanks for sharing. Yay, give me a hand, everybody. Fine. Get up in front of everybody this week. That's pretty good. All right, thank you for sharing that. I'm going to give you that. All right, so who else wants to come up here next and tell us about... okay, Gary, man. All right, give me a hand. Yeah, I love it. Take you to get up in front of people. And I'll make sure this is all centered and looks good.
Okay. Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about the listening. The listening is one kind of way to get information from another one. So most of us think if some person speaks something, you are in listening. That is not true. Like yesterday afternoon, I go back to my home. That led me to order a shoe for her. I know. Okay, I got it. I buy shoes for you. I go to the shopping store. This moment, I cannot buy. Why? I don't know what kind of shoes. I don't know what color, what size. Oh, that meaning I don't really get the information from why.
Oh, boy.
So that's very important if you want to listen and get information from another person. You should pay attention to all the content.
Mm.
You should get you should have a purpose to get the information from her. If you don't get the information from the people,
Mm.
you can ask and confirm with them. That's the best way to sure to confirm you get the information already.
Yeah.
That's my talk about the listening. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Hey, go ahead. Yay, give me everybody, yay! Woo! I have a funny story, I've been there. I know. Okay, I'll get you some shoes. I didn't even ask what size shoes. I never buy clothes for my wife either, for some reason. Yeah. Thanks, brother. Thanks for sharing your story. Okay, I think a volunteer. You want to go next? Ram? Why not? Yeah, give a hand, everybody. Yeah. Looks like we're going through these very quickly. We might play a little game at the end just for fun, right? Yeah. It's kind of difficult to get in front of people and speak, and I appreciate you. We're all friends here, right? Yeah. We're all friends. Okay, anyway.
Hi guys. So I think speaking is important because listening is important.
Speaking definitely does.
Because we have to communicate with the people. We have to understand how people feel, and it is the most important thing to communicate. First we should listen and then we should speak. Yes, that's all. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okie dokie. We're gonna go to Mr. Desant. All right, give him a hand, everybody. Hey, Mr. Desant. He's gonna give us a lesson about why it's important to listen. Speak, right? Listen. I got it here.
Hello everyone, today I will share the importance of listening, why we should listen and why listening is so important.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to share a small anecdote. It's back home when I was working in my office in India. We were all on the 15th floor of the building and suddenly a fire broke out. You heard this one?
Good.
And
Every level we hear the same story.
because that's
This
a
is
real anecdote.
fifth time I'm hearing the same
We
story.
repeated only twice.
It's all right. You say it, sorry.
It's new for you?
All right. You're all gonna say it differently, so it doesn't matter, right? That's a good one. Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
So, all of a sudden the fire broke out and we got the instructions from the building management to stay calm and the firefighters will come and rescue us.
Mm.
But there were some people who turned a blind eye to the situation and they decided to make their own way.
Mm.
Along that period, there was scaffoldings around the buildings as some construction work was going on. So some of the people decided that they will make their own way and they started climbing down the building with the help of the scaffoldings
Mm.
and putting their lives into jeopardy.
Mm.
But in the end what happened that when they moved halfway down, they got scared
Mm.
and they started screaming and they begged for their lives. So now the firefighters had dual responsibilities to save the people who are in the building and save people who are there on the scaffoldings. So now here comes the people who did not listen and they decided to make their own way, eventually got into trouble. So it's very important to listen and eventually we listened, we had our heads calm, so the firefighters came out of the building and rescued every one of us. So listening is very important, please listen in critical situations.
In case of emergency,
In case of
they give
emergencies,
instructions.
Yeah, kindly listen to the instructions first.
I get it. Yeah, good advice.
It's good.
Hey,
It's
yeah, nice to say. By the way, there's an expression that kind of communicates what Mr. Syed and Kareem are about to say. You can say, you stole my thunder. You stole my thunder. I was gonna tell that story. Oh man, you told the story. I was funny on that. You guys can still tell the same story. You say it differently, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. Everybody say, hey, you stole my thunder. Yeah. That's what that means. I was gonna tell the good news. Oh. Okay. Who wants to? Somebody over there. Wait, Syed. Yeah, give Syed a big hand. Yeah. That was well said and well organized. I like your introduction to that. Yeah, that was good.
Hi guys.
Hello.
I want to talk about listening is a process of learning. You know, when you stop listening, then you stop learning. You know, so if you don't give attention when somebody is saying, so you can process wrong. Like I have an example. Last week, what happened? Like my employee, she called me, and she was doing something, and I said I have given her instruction, like you have to activate so and so phone on that much plan. And that phone plan was on for example, if you are activating that phone on $60 plan, then price will be $29 instead of $400. But she chose by mistake $50, then the cost was for me $250. You know, so she didn't listen properly and process it wrong. So every time, whenever we are listening, we are talking and communicating others. So we should pay attention. That's it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me a hand. Yeah, buddy. Give me a hand, everybody. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Let's see, I get that. All right, somebody else wanna volunteer, just come up a bit, that's all. Mr. Juan, you wanna give it? No, no, no. It's worse when it's later. Okay, that's okay.
You can, I
Who's
don't
gonna do it? Ms. Nani, you wanna come on up here and do it? Awesome, give her a hand, everybody, yeah! Courage, I believe in you, that's great. Yeah, and you're on the internet, is that cool? All right.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
This is very important of life. My personal story about listening. I was in new city and I didn't know the roads and my phone battery died and I lost network. So I rolled down my car window and asked one man for direction to the restaurant. The man is clearly tell me the direction, but I am not listening carefully. So I know I assumed that what the man had said. So I think 30 minutes I am around the another direction. So I am not understand where is my direction. If I listening carefully, I am not waste my petrol, my time, my energy.
Your gas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a very big lesson for me. So listening is very best for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, I got your hand, everybody. Yay! Whew. That is hard, taking directions. Yeah, thank God for GPS. Thank you, Mr. John. He's coming up to the front here. Everybody give him a hand. Hey! Come on, crazy boys here. Look at this, look at this. All right, all right. John, your courage.
Okay, hi guys. I think the good, very important and good listener because this is person I can as the Zoom more comprehension, more empathy with the other person and another fundamental the situation is the truth, okay? Because a good listener I can help the other person and the situation, what happened, okay? For example, in case, I like to listen my daughter, okay? Because always to tell me the situation, to be the day in the school. Okay, this is very important. I feel we here on good relationship.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. I feel the good English very important. Good listen.
All right, gotcha.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Give him a hand. Yeah. all right.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you finished?
No finish. Okay, done.
Oh.
Done.
No,
No,
you are done. Yeah, okay, yeah. Give him a hand, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the first one about relationships, right? It's important for you, especially to your daughter, your child, right? I got you. Yeah. You want to try, Mr. Steven? All right. Give him a hand, everybody. Yeah, Mr. Steven. All right. Come on up here.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about why the listening is important, and especially in business. I was in Korea. I worked for the design company, and we had a big project with Hyundai Motor to making some exhibits. And one day we didn't have much time left, but one designer asked the engineer to replace some parts of the exhibit with what we're making, but engineer misunderstand to remove the part and assume like the purpose to like doing that. So we found that almost like near the deadline that was wrong way to going on. So we almost ruined the project approximately about like $100,000 project. But luckily we negotiated with the company and we made more like extended some more deadline time. So finally we made well, but in business, like you don't like understand well, or you gotta confirm the proposal or make sure that the thing is going on right. So that's like, especially in business, like listening and understanding is mostly connected to the profits and other things. So I think that's why it's very important to listening well.
Give a hand, everybody. Yeah, good to see you. That's right. It's you and a couple other people use the word confirming. That's a good word actually to use. Like make sure I got the right information, especially in business. That sounds almost a big blunder. Yeah. That's a very expensive blunder. You want to go ahead with Mr. Marcia? Say your name right. This one. You give us some confidence. It is difficult to get in front of
Hello. When I was still living in Brazil, every Thursday afternoon, I was part of the church group that received people to talk about their problems, sadness, and then English.
Sadness, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are there to hear them tell and all the stories. I heard that changed my life forever. First, I've always been very talkative, but when I understood that it's better to listen than to talk, we made few mistakes in our way. Second, I realized that when we hear people's stories, whether victories or defeats, I also observed how they had overcome the challenge, and I could feel happy to be able to do this for them to hear them. But the grace good was inside me. I have been feeling less selfish, less individualist.
I'm not sure that part.
Ever since.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Individualist.
That's all right. Let's see one at a time. Individual.
Individual.
Yeah, individual what?
Individualist.
Individually.
Maybe. Yeah.
Individualist.
All right, let's see what you wrote down there. First of all, that's a very thoughtful story. What's the word here? Oh yeah, individualistic. Oh, that is a tough one. Yeah, individualistic. Yeah, making it as adjective or something. Yeah, you were talking about anguish earlier, right?
Anguish.
Is that a similar word in Spanish and Portuguese?
Angustia.
Angustia. Yeah, just really deep suffering. So you're talking about counseling, right? Listening to people. And,
I'm listening.
yeah, that's important. That's a challenge too. When they're in pain, deep pain. That's important. Thank you, very thoughtful, answering prepared, appreciate it. Well, thank you, Ms. Marcia, appreciate you, thank you. Yeah, give her a hand, everybody. Woo! You guys' hands are hurting, I know, we're gonna clap all day long, okay? All right, here she comes, here she comes, all right. You, and then bada bing, bada boom, okay, all right, I believe in you. There you go.
Today I talked to you about how important it is to know how to listen.
Okay.
So hearing correctly what the person say is something few people can do. Listening is an art. More important than know how to speak, listening is essential. Correctly understand instructional message, speech, or even mails or letters seems to be a simple task, but sometimes a longer word, just longer word, connotation of the voice or similar sounds of words can completely change the meaning of what was said. So in this case, sometimes if you not understand what the other person is telling you, you can cause inconvenience or confusion. So can I talking about the short history about that? Listen to this story. I need to ask, I don't remember that. A girl went to the doctor to lose a few pounds. So, in that close examination, doctor said, you can eat anything for 2 days. Then, skip a day and go back to eating normally for 2 more. Skip another day and so on for the time off. If you stick to it, you will lose at least 5 pounds. At the beginning of the following month, she returned to the doctor 15 kilos lighter. Incredible! I see you follow my instructions strictly. Congratulations! Thank you, doctor, but you need to know I almost died. Hungry? No, so much jumping.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, wait, you mean jumping. Oh, I think you missed that. Okay, okay.
Skip a day.
Oh,
Jumping.
skipping. I see, double meaning. Okay, yeah, give her a hand, everybody. So her, at the end, she was just giving what's called a pun, a joke, with a word that has 2 meanings. You skip a day, whoop, but it also skipping is skip, skip, skip. That's what children do. Yeah, I see what you did there. Using humor, that helps too. Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Ms. Abiola. Yeah, give her a hand, everybody. Give her a hand. Oh, good. And feel free, and I am putting you guys on the internet, so feel free to let me know if you don't want to be on the internet. It's up to you, but that's fine. And I'll send the video to people later on. She loves it. All right, good. Hey.
I want to talk. I would like to talk about listening and speaking. It's important to listen because listening and speaking is the way we need to communicate with people, with other people, or whatever. I don't know. And listening is very important because when we listen, we have better understand about what is going on around us. When we listen, each other person is probably we can fix many problems and many things. For example, Shasa and Lala have two friends who have many problems always because she have a problem with listening and conversation.
Okay.
And they are both very hot because they are very too hot. Shasa is hot and Lala hot. They have many problems always.
Or a lot of anger, maybe.
Always
Hot, I
have
see what
many problems.
Mm.
But for them to understand each other
Mm.
better, they must be speaking and understand.
Mm.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Cool. It's confidence. That's really good. All right, that's right.
No.
Angry people about reconciliation and forgiveness is what we're talking about, Ryan. Yeah, that's important. It's an important step. Gotcha. The hot people. Yeah. Yeah. I heard you say it. Yeah. No, that's actually a lot of languages do. You refer to hot being angry. That's more like what you were saying, right? Yeah, angry. You know, in America we say hot people. We're talking about sexy people, right? Yes, that's what. That's my yes. Just to let you know. But you know,
Angry.
right? Yeah. Right. So anyway, who else wants to go to Aline? I want to give it a shot. Of course you do. All right. That's right. You have been voted the hottest. Oh yeah, you can bring it up. That's fine. Yeah, you can bring it up. Like your introduction too, at the beginning. That was a nice introduction. Cool. All right.
Hi friends, today I would like to speak something about listening. I would start with a quote that in nowadays, like most of the people are, the biggest communication problem in today's time is the people don't want to listen to understand, but actually they want to listen and reply. So that's the main problem that's in today's time. So actually there are two parts, listening and hearing. Hearing and listening can be different from each other. Like hearing is we listen something and don't remember it for something. We don't concentrate on what's going on. But in listening, we focus on the words, we focus on the things that the person is saying, so that we can understand the thing and absorb all the things. There can be different reasons for not listening properly, or listening and forgetting is like some kind of a disturbance while somebody is speaking, so that if there is a distraction, can be some disturbance or interruption, like somebody came in and the speaker got disturbed with that. If we are a good listener, we listen properly, we absorb the information that the person is trying to say, and we try to, if there is a problem going on, we can try and know something and try to solve the problem with the things we learn. Also, I would like to give an example of myself that happened with me. Like when I was small, we were told that in the next week we were having some science test, but unfortunately I was busy doing fun with my friends in the last bench. I was the last bench at that time. Still I am. So we were doing some fun activities, games in the last. So we didn't hear properly. We didn't understood properly what's the test about. But we studied the history topic, and the exam was science. So that was the thing that happened with me in my childhood. So from that time we thought that we have to listen properly. If we do not listen, we have to we need to get the information from some other person, so that we don't get wrong on that time. So that's all that I would like to say. Thanks.
Strong introduction there. I like your little proverb at the beginning there. That was really good. Nice introduction. Oh, and basically you studied for history when you're supposed to take a science test. Basically, oh, that sucks. All right, cool. Asmini, you want to do it? Come on up here, and maybe you next. Okay, good. Yes, great. All right, we're all friends. Yeah. All right, great.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
I would like to say that listening is very important. If you don't listen properly, you will mess up everything. Yeah, I would like to tell something which was when I was going to get married. Everybody used to give me advice like, oh, do like this, do this, do that. This is important because from a nuclear family, I was going to marry into a joint family. So everybody was so worried about me that, okay, how will you cope up with everybody? So they used to do it, but it was like, oh, I will do it by myself. You don't need to tell me anything. But one advice which my aunt gave me was like, say, now if you don't want to work, you don't want anything to do, you don't do it. It's your mom who is going to do your work. But when you're married, it's not like that, the work you need to do, you need to do. So if you are not willing to do that, then to do that work with a happy face, with a happy mind, and with cheerful things. So everything will go fine. If you will get angry, or you will have a sad face and if you do that work, it will not go well. So you need to do your work with a happy face, with a happy mind. And that thing I took in my mind. So now I'm very happily married.
Oh, okay. Listening to wise advice. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. Thanks, Yasmin. Thank you. Yeah, good flow to that thing, folks. Oh, I'm just Emily. Yeah. Oh, I know this is a small thing. In the course of your conference, did you take? Yeah. Some people don't know that. I caught that. I was like, yeah, that just means like the normal mom, dad, and a couple of kids, right? Yeah. That's what that means in nuclear family. So whereas maybe grandma and grandpa raised the kids, that's different than a nuclear family. Interesting. I just impressed that you knew that expression. I don't know. That's good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Nuclear family. All right, Mr. Juan is coming up here. Give him a hand, everybody.
I am going to tell about a small story.
All right.
In my country, a farmer decided to gather some fruit on his property. Take an empty basket and continue toward the tree. On the way passing by a small lagoon or lake, he heard familiar voices and think that they probably invaded his property. As he slowly approached, he found beautiful birds bathing in the lake. When they realized their presence, they swim to the other part of the lake and shoot. We are going to get out of here. When you don't stop spying on us and leave, the farmer answered. I did not come here to spy on you. I just come to feed the crocodile or alligator.
Yeah. Crocodile.
Conclusion. Creativity is what makes difference when come to achieve our goal faster than effort. Before you speak, listen. Before you write, think. Before you spell air. Before you use white. Before the app try.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. That's it? Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you, sir. All right, appreciate you. We'll get up here. That's, actually, he showed that to me yesterday. It's kind of an example of what they call a fable, a story with a lesson, right? Or a proverb, like a parable, that kind of thing, too. Neat story. So, let's see, who we got left? Is that Miss Kareem? And I think you're the last one, isn't that right? And Nathan, I'm so sorry. Dude, I'm sorry, I don't have you on my paper there, of course. So you, well, let's have Ms. Kareem come up here. All right, yeah, give her a hand, everybody. Yay! Sorry, Nathan, I didn't even forget you there, buddy. Yes.
Okay, I don't like this exercise.
Yeah.
I get very nervous.
Oh, you're on the internet, is that okay?
Huh?
You're on the internet right now.
Ah, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay? I can cover it.
It's
Are
okay,
you
it's okay. Okay. I'm going to try. Okay, in my point of view, to be a good listener is an extremely important skill for our personal life and also for our professional life. But I'm going to focus my explanation in how to be a good listener can build a peaceful society. During the last 2 decades, our world have experienced a lot of changes. I think most of them are related with social media and with internet. And through these new tools, a lot of people start to express their own opinion about almost everything. Yes, and I think this is the new world for us. Everybody can express their opinions about almost everything: religion, the economic situation of the countries, about climate change, about almost everything. And this can lead in a huge social polarization. Yeah? For this reason, I think it is very important to be a good listener in these times, because if you are a good listener, you can learn a lot of things about the other people or the other person. Yeah, the other person point of view, and also you can open your mind, and even if you disagree with these new ideas, you can respect other people. Yes. Thank you so much.
Hey, well done. That is really excellent. Yeah. Good. All right, Mr. Nathan's coming up here, and I believe he's one of the last people. All right, Mr. Nathan, I believe in you, sir.
So, hi everyone. So,
Here he goes.
I think listening is the most important thing in every single conversation. Russian proverb say that you need 3 years to learn how to speak, but you need the whole life to learn how to listen. And here 3 reasons why listening skill is very important. First, to avoid unwanted things, misunderstand, conflicts. Like coffee and coffee machine is a good symbol of misunderstanding and not pay attention to the speaker. And the second, that improve academic and professional life. Listen and understand lesson and task aside to improve work efficiency and become more productive and less mistake. And the last thing is to build trust and respect to speaker. When I think that the speaker, they can easy guess whether if we are in excited in conversation with them by body language, eye contact, and our response. So when they feel trust, they are more likely to share their story to us. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Cool. Give me a hand, everybody. Yay! Interesting. Yeah, part about body language. You can tell whether or not they are in agreement with one another. Is kind of what you were saying. Maybe I missed that part. Oh yeah, but something about body language at the end. You were saying that that's the way you can tell whether there's comprehension.
When they are on the country, they could guess if they are excited to talk to us or not.
Oh yeah, I hear you. Exactly. That was the huge challenge with being online. I didn't get to see your faces, and your body language, all that stuff. Everybody had a lot of really excellent, things prepared. That was really nice. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so I turned off. All right, we're gonna play. Can You Beat the American? How about that, huh? Let's blow off some steam, huh? Okay, all right. Hey, all right. Huh? Oh, I think I'm gonna keep this on the internet too. So I'm gonna give myself 1 minute, and the way it works is there's a word here, and I've got to give you a clue, and so let's say the word is fireman. In the little box here, I cannot say fire, I cannot say man. That's the way it goes. Okay, so. All right, give myself 1 minute. Here I go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. This is. Yep, that's right. Let's see. If my skin, I go in the sun and it's darker, I get a tan. That's right. That's what happens. Okay. The grass in front of my house is called a
Lawn.
Yeah, another word for that.
Yard.
Yard. Very good. Yeah, look at you. So, this is a house for a bird in a tree.
Tree house.
Nest. Yeah, there you go. Someone said it. That's right. So, in Latin American countries, I want to take a nap in the middle of the day. That's called a
Siesta.
siesta. Yeah. I know it's Spanish, but we say it in English too. Okay. There you go. And it's a special kind of laugh where I go.
Giggle?
Yes.
Giggle.
All right. Okay. Oh, that's it. 6 points. Can you beat the American? Can you beat the American? Who can beat the American? Can you beat the American, Marcia? You have not. You have beat the American. Come on, yes. Yay, Marcia. Give her a hand, everybody. Yay, her. All right. We've got a minute. All right. So here we go. You start. I'll start. Okay. And yeah, anytime. Go ahead.
One first. Number.
No.
Speak.
His name. What is the name?
Bill
No.
Finger.
Bill Gates.
One?
Finger.
Oh my God.
I have a girls and
Answer.
Billy talked too much about this today.
I was absent.
When your life have a good
Goal.
Happiness.
Okay, skip.
No.
Yes. Just give me
Drink no soda. All
Beer.
No.
Wine.
Water.
Beer.
Juice.
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right, time's up. Give her a hand, everybody. That was 2 points. Well done, well done. Haha. America's number 1. Yes, that's fine. USA. You're still number 1. All right, Kareem, come up here. See if you can beat the American. Huh? You got to beat the American. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Okay.
Yeah. Anytime you want. Go ahead.
Okay, $1 to $2.
Money.
There you go.
Okay. 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 During the Christmas, your kids made a
Christmas tree. Snowman.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is food. No. Oh no. Okay. The mall in the near to.
The gallery.
Yes.
Yeah.
But sorry. Okay, white and the other.
Black.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh my God, I'm so bad with this. Okay, in the army,
people in New York. No, no,
Time's up.
the common name for New York people.
Big Apple. Yeah, time's up anyway.
Ah!
All right, everybody.
Jackie,
The Yankees. Oh, that's the baseball team. That's the Yankees. The baseball. You coming up here, John? You're volunteering? No, yeah. You understand? Yeah, sure. All right, I believe in you. All right, here we go. Ready? You go, I'll go. All right. Here we go.
Okay. The drink, the whiskey, and USA.
Yeah.
And the Netherlands, whiskey.
Wine.
No, the whiskey and the USA.
Alcohol.
Vodka.
You got it? Bourbon. Yeah, good.
Good. Up.
Down.
All right.
John, be American.
And the bone.
This.
This is.
Glass.
No, this is the street is. The street is.
This
No.
three.
The street is street.
Street.
This is.
Line.
Got it? Okay, good.
Whiskey and.
The rocks.
Yes.
Two whiskeys. Wow.
This is the nation.
Tap.
Push.
This is.
Next.
No. Okay. Wow. All right. That's really good. All right. Well, USA. I am undefeated. I am undefeated. Come on over, Stephen. Let's see if you can do it. I believe in you, sir. Yes. You can do it? All right. I believe in you, sir. We'll get the new people to choose, okay? Whiskey, bourbon. Bourbon is whiskey from America. Right.
No, whiskey. Another thing is USA is bourbon.
Another name for whiskey would
That's right. So here we go. Anytime you go out.
Someone who watched like a scene of the crime,
investigate.
like someone watched that and
Police.
No, the
Investigation.
witness.
someone who can see the front like they're
Blind.
blind, yeah.
Blind.
Good.
Like when you have a drink, like not a coffee, hot
Juice.
peachy.
Got it.
When you throw the bowl, bowls are
Bouncing.
Good.
whenever your babies put in the
Banana?
look like a pennies, but like for the keys and tools like for the babies.
Diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And whenever they
All right. Oh, good job. 5 points. That's really good, man. Thank you. Panties for the babies. I love that. All right. One more person we're doing? Who want to do it? Come on, bro. Aleem will be the last guy. All right. Then we'll call it a weekend. Come on now. If you can beat the American, you can go home. Huh? We're all staying in. Let's try. Let's try. Here we go. And anytime you go, I'll go. All right. Here we go. Okay. Good. Anytime.
We get directions.
Maps.
Right.
We stay for one night.
In a hotel.
Cricket.
Game.
Sports.
Match.
Ball. Baseball. Ball.
Match. Cricket match.
What is this?
Face.
All right.
We go every 4 years for that.
Election. Voting.
We have the national.
Flag.
With the water, sand with water.
Plant.
Sand.
Sea.
No.
Ocean. Beach.
No. We sand and we put water, so what it becomes?
Mud.
Ball.
Ball.
Basketball.
Sign. We have to stop there.
All right. Well done, sir. You beat the American. All right, bye. Have a nice weekend. All right. Have a good
So many players to go.
weekend.
Thank you.
You did a really good job. I noticed in the course of it you were concerned about your pronunciation, but every time you pronounce it right. So you don't need to, you trust your gut, okay?
Give donation.
Oh, thank you. For me? Oh my gosh, that's right.
Because Americans got beaten that.
Oh yeah, at least I've got this. Fine, you can have your win. I've got my thing or whatever. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I'll send you the video later. You can watch it. But yeah, every time you said it really well, well prepared.
Secure with my pronunciation, with but
I'm letting you know you don't need to be. Yeah, you don't need to. You got a good instinct. Yeah, I know. That's right. You got a real market fluency. Cool.
I tried to do my best, really.
I can see that, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
teacher, thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
Yes.